Hey there, Richard Matheru here. Are you a network marketer that would like more quality leads, i.e. genuinely interested people to talk to on a daily basis about your network marketing business or product? Well, you should be, hence the title of this video. Why would you click it otherwise, right? So I'm going to teach you how you can do that. In fact, how about I show you the only 3 methods you'll ever need to generate quality leads, the best sources, the well, if you will, of quality leads to dip your network marketing bucket into, okay? Sounds a little bit wrong, doesn't it? But you get my drift. So I'm going to show you all 3 of these methods. We're going to go 3, 2, 1. They're all very important. They all work really well together, so you can do all of them. And then number 3 and number 1 are actually free as well. So regardless of your budget, they're flexible with their time as well. You're able to make these work for you. So let's move you through the ranks, through your compensation plan, get you on stage, all the accolades of having quality leads. So let me teach you something about lead generation that is really important. And that is to understand that it must be a priority for you. Think about your business, okay? Let's draw a picture of a funnel, okay? Now at each of these stages there's going to be people drop out, okay? So we've got interest, okay, or invitation, let's call it. We've got P for presentation, we've got C for trying to close, we've got O for objection handling, we've got F for follow-up, and then let's do a J down there, stroke B. This is where they join or they buy. Now at every single one of those levels we're going to lose some people. Not everybody that you invite will want to go to a presentation, so we'll lose some people, won't we? Not everybody that watches a presentation is going to close, so we'll lose some people. And so on and so forth until we're left with whoever joins. So what starts all this off is leads. Actual people to show your business to or to talk to, right? So if we're not pouring in enough people up here, if this is only a couple of people, then this gets real thin real quick. And this is why a lot of network marketers end up doing desperate things, right? We've all done stupid stuff as network marketers. It's the $1 million deal of the world. We don't really think it is, but we're saying anything that please somebody sign up. Now, that's not ethical. I understand why you do it. I did it too when I was desperate when I first started. But the way to move us away from that is if we've always got a regular flow of quality people. Think about it. Would you say stupid stuff and be tempted to sort of stretch the truth if you had another 5, 10, 15 seriously interested people to show your business to today? You wouldn't, would you? But if there's only 3 people who are in this entire process, you're sweating at every level. Oh my God, I hope everybody who I invite comes to the presentation. I hope everybody loves it and wants to sign up straight away. That's not going to happen. So we stress out and we're chewing our nails or whatever, right? But if we had 20, 30, 40 people every single day, not a big deal. I'll move on to the next one. I know they're interested. I got someone else to talk to. So you can hold yourself much more professional and you can also get much better numbers. We need to show the right people in a high enough volume. Let's rub this up. So now we understand why lead generation is so important. Let's look at these sources that are very good. And sources, not like tomato or tomato for my American friend, like as in places you can go and find them. So number 3 is targeted. That is a very important word. Very important. Prospecting. Everybody's taught how to prospect in this industry, right? Every single network marketing event and upline on the face of the planet is going to tell you the 3-foot rule, right? You know, once you've run out of friends and family to talk to, just anybody when you go out in public, you know, you're like a hound, right? Your nose is in the air and you can smell the scent of a prospect and they're 3 feet away. So what do? We ask the question, hey, would you keep your options open at all to make an extra income? Hey, you know, are you happy in your life? Would you want to spend more time with your kids? Hey, do you love your family? Would you wish you were there with them right now? We have all these different scripts that we're taught in different ways to do this. You know, you wouldn't believe what my life is like, you know 2.25 customers and crying every night. But we're not going to tell you that. We got a script. So the problem with this is twofold. Number 1, it's based on luck. Number 2, I want to icky. I know that's like a 14-year-old girl's word. Nothing against 14-year-old girls, but you know, I'm a 38-year-old man. But like icky, it doesn't feel good. It's like, you know, when you go on holiday and you know you've been wearing the shirt for too long, right? Going from plane to airport, you know, you're like, I can't wait to get a shower, right? It feels like you're wearing someone else's sweaty shirt. It's a horrible feeling, but that's what prospecting random people felt like to me. I was like, they're probably not going to be interested, right? But let me give them my best shot. And I was right, they weren't interested because luck isn't a strategy. If you and I go out today and we each prospect with the same script, the same vigor, the same passion, the same company, 100 people each, it is absolutely not predictable what results we'll get. And if we do it tomorrow, it may not be the same results as the day before, and so on and so forth. So that is not a way to pour leads into that funnel, is it? If we can't guarantee and have predictability what's coming in, we can't guarantee what's coming out. So that's going to be a dollar sign. So why would we be so unpredictable right at the start of this important step? The answer is we shouldn't. So we don't want to just go random people who may or may not be interested. It's not targeted. And then second of all, have you ever had a telemarketer call you with a script that you kind of have to say yes to, but you really don't want to? Like I had somebody call me a little while back for saving money on my utility bills, my gas or electric or whatever it was. Hey, how's it going? I'm like, I'm really busy. I work from home, so I thought you were somebody else. I don't have time for this call. So, you don't want to save money on your utility bills? Well, of course I do, but I just don't want to do it with you right now. I don't trust you. The way in which you've approached me with this is something that I always say no to. That's the same with this. When you go to somebody with your cheesy salesman smile and you're like, hey, those are nice shoes. Would you like to buy 5 more pairs from my store? They're like, no, not really, because of the way you're doing it doesn't feel good. That's why random prospecting is no good. 3-foot rule is basically a quick way to spoil everything you're ever going to do because you're sweating every time you go out to the petrol station or the supermarket or a restaurant going, I've got to invite everybody in here. It's my upline's going to think I'm a loser. You don't have to. You can have a business and a life if you do it the right way. So if we have targeted prospects, we can use social media for that, which I would highly advise you to do that. You know why? Because it's flexible. Everybody has social media on the phone. If you have 20, 30, 40 minutes a day where you can find in pockets of time, you can do this technique. You don't have to physically go out there and find people. Also, it's free, completely free. And it's a quick way to get the right eyes on your information, right? We want the name of the game is, can we move them through the funnel to the next step, presentation. So this allows you to do that. Let me give you some suggestions. So imagine you are you're selling a beauty product, health and wellness / beauty product, right? And it's a cream and it's great for stretch marks. Okay, great for stretch marks. So would that be a product that every Tom, Dick and Harry, as we say over here, would be in the market for? Would everybody want to sell that as a business? No. You probably would be smarter to say, let's brainstorm for a second. You'd be smarter to say along the lines of people who used to be very overweight. So someone who was very overweight and now they're thin, they've probably got stretch marks from when they were overweight. How about a lady? I'm not going to draw a pregnant lady. I mean, you can see my drawing skills have peaked. At the snowman, supposed to be an overweight person. I can get away with that because I used to be fat. Pregnant. I didn't used to be pregnant, but with pregnant ladies as well, right? Pregnant ladies, their skin stretches very quickly. They get stretch marks. So let's go with the pregnant ladies one. Let's go with the pregnant ladies one. So where are we going to find pregnant ladies on social media? Well, there's going to be Facebook groups for pregnancy, isn't there? There's going to be Facebook groups for that. There's going to be forums for that if you don't want to use Facebook. There's going to be, I would suggest that you do. There's going to be all sorts of places where if you brainstorm for even a couple of minutes together, we could probably think of 4 or 5 places on Facebook where it is definitely where pregnant ladies are going to be. The marketplaces, they have groups selling kids' toys, newborn toys, that kind of thing. Well, they're going to be in there. They're going to be in pregnancy groups. They're going to be in support. They're going to be in all those type of places. You can go and hang out in those places. Like, I don't mean be weird, like just hang out and, hey, here I am. Start to look at the conversations that are being had. Anybody mentions stretch marks, you enter the conversation. I've got a great cream. This is some of the results from people I've shown it to. Would you like some? Would you like a sample or however you do business? So it's very easy for you to now say everybody in this arena is going to at least have a bare minimum level of interest that they're going to start at. And where they peak at is enough for them to say yes. Let me draw you something else that's important. How much interest do you need to sign somebody up or actually make a sale of your product? okay, from your lead. We're taking the lead and we're moving them through to actually becoming a sale or a sign-up. Well, in my example, it's about that much, okay? This is in INT for interest, and this is dictated by your actions, how you generate the lead. So if we get them to here, they J for join, or they B for buy, okay? Now, if you're showing someone that doesn't have stretch marks, what is the maximum level that their interest can peak at? Even if you do the best job in the world, it's probably somewhere along here, because they just physically don't have a need for the product, so they're not going to be passionate about it, so they're definitely not going to want to sell it. So both of these are off the table. Now, how about if we find somebody who has got stretch marks and they're bothering them? They may start at this level. That may be their start point. Well, I have a bit of interest in that. That sounds like what I want. But through information, we can move them up to this level and cross this line. This is the point where they actually say, you know what, yeah, I'm going to do this. This is what we need when we're looking at our type of lead. So they must always be targeted. There is no point in going for random people, going through all that process, that funnel I drew out, when in reality, that is the maximum level. That's where they're going to finish if you do an amazing job. Oh, that seems good, but it's just not for me. That seems good, but I don't think I have the time. That seems good, I don't have the money. That seems good, I don't have a need for it. That seems good, it's not my type of thing. If you're hearing words like that, you are not doing what I'm saying here, which is be targeted. And I've already given you some ways in which you can do that. In fact, this is a method that I believe everybody should start with. You know why? It's completely free. You can make plenty of mistakes and you'll learn so many other skills that will allow you to become so much better as a network marketer. Having these conversations in the correct structure will allow you to learn what people really want to see in what you're offering, what will not turn them on, so things to avoid saying, how to actually bring someone in. And when you learn where these places are and how to gain interest from people, that one method alone is going to be enough to have you have daily conversations with the right people. It's a great source of quality leads. In fact, if you go to the link that's underneath this video, I'll mention this right now because it's applicable. I'm doing a 21-day challenge where we generate as many social media leads on Facebook with that method as possible for your business in the next 21 days. So we're doing it together. There's a group of us doing it together. I'm leading the group. I'll be teaching you exactly where to find these people, exactly the best people who are going to be most interested in your business, and also how we can generate those on a daily basis. So if you would like a few more intelligent conversations with interested people, take a look at the link that is underneath, the text area underneath this video, and you're able to find out more about that. So I just thought I'd mention that there. Number two, this pen's getting a bit funny. Let's go for blue. Number two would be paid ads. This is something that you progress to. Do not start with this. Why would I advise you not to start with this? Well, you know what paid ads' main function is? They scale. Scale as in they will increase, they will multiply. Now, when I often say scale to people, they think of elevation. Oh, great, I will scale upwardly. No, they will just scale whatever you point them to. Right? They'll scale whatever you point them to. Let's say, for example, we had a steak business and we were showing adverts to vegetarians. Are you going to get many sales of the steak? No, maybe someone might buy it for their partner if their partner's not vegetarian, but very, very, very rare you're going to make a sale that way. They may even be insulted and your ad could get pulled because it's, whatever, right? I don't know, it could be. So the idea that paid ads, if I'm selling my steak, I just need to point it to more vegetarians and pay for that, that would just scale a lack of results. It would multiply your terrible conversions and you would be wasting your money. This is what most people do. They have a system, right, in their business that is not converting. It's not converting. They don't know the correct way to present. They don't have an online system that will follow up, that will build trust. They don't have a brand, so nobody cares anyway because they don't really want to work with that person. There's all these things that they lack in their business. And what they go is, I know what the answer is. I need to do paid ads. If I can just do a Facebook ad and point them towards this crappy system, that will solve it. No, what's going to happen is it's just going to 10x or 100x, depending on how much money you're putting in, the failing system. So you're just going to have out there more failure. You're just multiplying the non-results. You see that? So this is why paid ads are a progression. They're a progression once you've mastered something that is working. Say, for example, you're targeted prospecting, you're now getting regular flow of people, you understand who they are, what to say to them, how to put that in a system. It's converting at, say, 1 in every 5 people are signing up. Well, now we can scale that. Because if we can show 10 people, we get 2 sign-ups. If we can show 15, we'll get 3 sign-ups to put them in front of our system. That's a good thing to scale, right? So now that's what paid ads are for. But when you have found the right system that's working for you, there's nothing beats paid marketing scaled like paid marketing, because you can set your budget, you can be very specific who you show to, and you can see the statistics. Okay, you get a whole bunch of statistics that you can look at and know what is working and what is not. With paid ads, I would suggest using this as a lead source. Have a period where you accept you're going to invest money and not make a profit, even if you have a system that's working. The marketplace needs to let you know what is working. So you may say, okay, I got these 3 different types of images I'm going to use. I'm also going to target these 3 types of images onto a different type of audience. So this one, let's give him a hat. This one, let's give him long hair. Now, obviously, you wouldn't say people with hats or people with long hair, but these represent different types of people. These are people that like Grant Cardone. These are people that live in the UK, whatever. These are people that have shown various interests in similar products, right? So we have different audiences. We're going to pick the favorite 3. Then, when we've done that, we're also going to look at the ad copy. What are we going to say in the headline? What are we going to say in the ad itself? We need to test all the combinations of these things. And then what's going to happen is, after a period of testing, you're going to be able to say, it's this image. Let's say it's image number 1. It's image number 1. It's audience hat wearers, whatever they represent, right? Just another snowman. And it's also message text number 3 that I tried. So if I can get image number 1, I'm going to target it to hat wearing people, and I'm going to use message number 3. That's what's converting the best. Now I'm willing to scale. But how do we find out this? Well, we need to put some money in the game and figure it out. So it isn't something that we do just because we're looking to solve a problem. It's just going to create one. But if we can do that and you can accept that, most people don't teach you that. They're just like, hey, turn on the Facebook ads. If you can accept that, you'll have a great source of leads, a good quality source, because again, you can be very specific, very targeted, and you can scale at will. Also, another benefit of paid ads is it allows you to do things virtually hands-off. After the testing period, when you found the winning campaign, you're virtually free to just keep an eye on the stats and keep it churning out the leads. So ultimate freedom. Number one. It's the third one, but it's the actual, probably the highest quality, and that is targeted content. So you know how well this works, because this is what the majority of what I do, and I'm doing it right now. So I put content out there that I know my target market, existing network marketers, sick and tired with the old methods that they're being taught, want to build in a more professional, predictable way, want to rank advanced, want to do that in a way where they can still have a life, don't want to have to hold the hand of the team members, want to have high performing people who are serious about building a business, want to buy their product, and they want to be able to become the ace that they're chasing. That's you. I know it's you because this video was targeted to appeal to you. And this is what you want to be able to do in your business. You want to be on my side of the camera, okay? And it doesn't have to be the camera. It can be a podcast as well. But I would say those two are the best places. They're far superior to social media. You know why? Think about this. When you came on here to YouTube, you were open to learning more about your network marketing business as benefit, weren't you? You may have even typed in something about MLM leads or lead generation, or you watched a video similar to this and saw mine pop up and was like, yeah, I'll take a look at that as well. So you were actually already in the game mentally to be wanting to get the answers that I'm giving you. Okay? You were looking for lead generation help. Now, I made you an offer at the beginning of this video where I said, hey, if you want to jump in and really get serious about lead generation, I'll help and I'll guide you through that. We'll do it for free on social media. You'll get all the information is on this link and it's in the text area. So many people will take a look at that. Typically on my YouTube videos, when I make an offer, it's anywhere up to 80% of people will actually say yes to that offer. They'll actually go and they'll get it. They'll opt in. They'll buy it. They'll do those things. 80%. I don't see those figures in any other method of lead generation. When I'm looking at paid ads, I may get 30, 20%. Okay, when I'm looking at prospecting can match this percentage for definite. It just takes a little bit more time. But again, targeted prospecting is a very good method. But 80% is a lot of conversion, okay? And the reason that conversion happens is because someone comes to, like, say, for example, again, this video and says, I want to generate more leads. They hear me talk about it and go, this guy knows what he's talking about. So if he makes a suggestion for a resource or a lead generation challenge, I want to be a part of that. I want to learn another technique to generate leads, and if he can guide me through something in a video for free like this, what will he do if it's an actual product? That's the mentality, right? That's common sense. So how about you start doing that for your people? Be targeted. Let's go back to the stretch marks. So what could we do? You could create a video, a YouTube video, and that could be, it could be 3 ways to naturally reduce, I'll just put SM, stretch marks, okay? So 3 ways to naturally reduce stretch marks. You could be in a camera and you could have 3 products with you, or you could even just mention them and have your own product as the best one, as long as it is the best one, and say, okay, number 1, an old wives' tale is olive oil. Putting olive oil on the skin can actually stop stretch marks because your skin is now more supple. Number 2 is this. Number 3 is if you've already got the stretch marks and you've missed the olive oil window opportunity, well, there's a cream here that does X, Y, Z. Let me show you some pictures of some people that have used it, and you actually can get a free trial at the link in the description. Now, if they've listened to you go through the video, they now have some trust, some rapport, they know you a bit better, you've showcased that you understand them and that you have some solutions. So when you make an offer of a definite solution, like I offer you a definite solution of generating leads, you offer them a definite solution of reducing their stretch marks, they are the exact people that are looking for it because they were there searching away. Now, if we compare that to social media, when people go on, think about when you go on Facebook, you may be thinking about business because we're in network marketing, but most people, the people you're focused on, they're there just to what? To scroll, to socialize, to look for a funny meme, to tag a friend in a video that applies to them. They're not thinking, right, I want to educate myself on lead generation in my business. You don't go there. If you type in on the search bar on Facebook, lead generation, just a bunch of spammy groups are probably going to pop up. You type that here on YouTube, then up pops up videos like this, which are full on instructionals to help you with that. This is a search engine with a purpose to it. Facebook is more like just spending some social time, right? So this is why targeted content on YouTube, oh, my pen's a nightmare, is good. And it's the same with a podcast, okay? If you really don't want to get in front of a camera, Richard, that sounds great, but I don't want to get in front of a camera. You should see my first video. It's shocking. A podcast is similar. People will say, what do I want to listen to on a daily basis? Well, I want to learn more about this subject. So it can be a little bit more broad. If you were going to do a podcast, you wouldn't want to call it lead generation. You'd want to call it something to do with pregnant ladies, if that's who you were going to serve. So, ladies are going to type on there, podcasts for pregnant people, right? That's what they're going to be searching. And if you've named your podcast something along those lines, then that's going to show up and you can teach them many subjects and sell lots of products and build a following. YouTube allows you to be a bit more specific. Lead generation, recruiting, everyone's going to search for all those things separately, right? So targeted content is very, very good. It's the best conversions, and you also have a pre-existing level of trust because you're actually seeing and hearing my voice, right? As the same with you. What I would say though is, if we go back to method number 3, you can build a lot of trust and rapport with that too. How are you going to do that when you may be messaging random people who don't know you? Well, the benefit to method number 3 that we started with, which was the targeted prospecting on social media, is you have a profile, right? You have a profile. Here on YouTube or a podcast, I've got to prove my worth in the very video that you're watching, if this is the first one of mine that you're finding. Hopefully I've done that, right? Hey. But with your social media, if we were conversing on social media, you get to click on my name on there and go and look at me. And if you know what you're doing, which I'm actually going to teach on that 21-day challenge, the first thing we will do is what's called prime your social media profiles. So we'll make sure that when you send a message to somebody, when they click on your profile, it's set up in a way that makes them want to say, man, I'm definitely responding to this person. I'm definitely responding. Of course I'm going to respond to this person. So that's a big benefit to using targeted prospecting when you know what you're doing, because people will be like, oh, okay, I can kind of get to know this person without actually having to spend time with them, because I can look through their pictures, I can look at their bio, I can look at their cover and profile images. All those things count, by the way. And then they can say, you know what, yeah, I will have a conversation with this person. They're already wanting to say yes to you. So that's a great benefit of building trust on the targeted prospecting. So remember, if you do want to become an expert at using social media and organic strategies using targeted prospecting, definitely do that 21-day challenge. The link's in the description beneath here. Was that helpful? We've gone for like nearly 25, just over 25 minutes here. I hope that was useful for you. Method number 3, targeted prospecting. Method number 2, when you've got that working, you have something to point paid ads to, feel free to do it. Test, find the right winning ad campaign, scale. And then number 1, to underlie all of this, targeted content. I would be doing number 3 and number 1 immediately, putting content out there while you're prospecting, and then that way you're going to be building leads from different directions. And then when you're ready and you feel that you've got extra income coming in from your business, because these two are working well for you, then paid ads to scale. Okay, I hope that helped. I hope it was helpful, and it also stops you doing like a billion different, not a billion, maybe like 7, but still 7 places to be looking for leads is really tricky. These two allow you to have plenty of work on every week without having to really go crazy with trying to take time from everywhere. They yield the best results, they're targeted to their quality leads, and anybody can do these because both of these are free. If you do decide to jump in that challenge, I'm looking forward to seeing you on there. We're going to try and set a record for as many quality leads as possible you've ever generated in your business. It could be your first leads, it's definitely going to be your next leads, they're also going to be your best leads, and I'll instruct you how you can do that and get genuine interest in your business for free on social media using that link in the description. As I always like to say, go create a day in a life that counts, always have more desires than excuses. I hope this has helped solve some of your lead problems, and I'll catch you really soon if you're a subscriber. Bye for now.